Thank you, Raghav. Thank you, Raghav. It's always a honor to accept your invitation and be among the top academicians and feel intellectual myself. So, and having listened to the great comments of Professor Kandare today, I really am delighted, and I echo what he said, because when these some of the business schools, they invite me as an industry expert for project management. I'm a student of that, and my opening slides are that, gentlemen, let's take our project management back and let's recollect some of the great projects of this country. And then I go on to ask that, could you recollect the chief engineer of Taj Mahal? Which IIT did he go to?
Give a big hand to him. Give a big hand.
Our project management was from Chanakya's time or even before.
And who developed Guar? No degree with ICAR
Yes.
or any USA Institute, but they developed a variety called Guar.
Guar.
Nobody in the world, any country.
Yes,
produces.
shale gas is.
Whose name was Go Ahar, only meant for guy.
Yes.
Cows के लिए ahar, and developed in such a manner without any
So, great, sir. Great to have, I would say, leaders like him, and country is certainly in the safe hands. Now, so my concern was when he invited me that yes, I need to interact and share my thoughts on this. Basically, what I see, there is an opportunity for the entire engineering community to develop entrepreneurship, to make the higher education, the output of higher education, entrepreneurship ready. And that capacity, certainly there is a need to add to. India is employing close to 40% of Indian workforce in MSME sector, and 45% of India's manufacturing output is through small and medium enterprise. But it's only adding to 17% of the GDP, whereas in Japan it is 70% through the small and medium enterprise. So, who are these people who could take up these small and medium enterprise? It could be the fresh graduates to people who have had enough of service or employment of somebody who want to become employer themselves. But here in our country, as we see, there are various issues. But before I come to that, we all appreciate that for any enterprise to start, you need a business plan, you need finance, you need approvals, you need survival infrastructure in terms of electricity, water, accommodation, broadband connectivity. You need security and safety infrastructure, district administration and police. You need to have taxation and legal infrastructure. Now, all of you can appreciate that the internship or the on-the-job training of higher education or the engineering graduates is not really addressing all these issues. So there is a deficiency to make this person entrepreneurship ready. And due to lack of awareness, many budding entrepreneurs are forced to take up jobs. That is an avoidable situation. They may become good employees, but you see, as a nation, we have lost out on some very good employers. There could be many Googles and Facebooks coming up from this very country. Another thing which is in a lighter way is the moment somebody declares that he wants to become an entrepreneur, here we have an ecosystem of people who starts looking at him that what he has. Sadaki. So, as I look at it, as far as this opportunity is concerned, we need to have a concept of total entrepreneurship development. We can draw the analogy from 19th century thinker Karl von Clausewitz, who brought in the concept of total war, that the entire nation goes to war. It's not only the person fighting on the trenches. So here the solution, or the people who still remain, in my view, really less concerned or less involved, whereas they are equally big stakeholders, are the administration, the other ecosystem which I have mentioned, the survival infrastructure, the security safety infrastructure, taxation and legal infrastructure. What to talk about the budding entrepreneur? I have seen people who have retired from senior positions in the government really scared or not knowing what the financials of a project could be or a enterprise could be. So making him aware of how a government functions, possibly it could start with the district collector. The internship should start from those offices. People should not be scared of going to a government office, to a police department office, to a legal or a court to meet a lawyer or getting an affidavit made. Most of the time, it is the parents who are doing these small things. What to talk about when they take up their enterprise? And if you go in detail, you would see, in fact, there is a Harvard study on this, that out of the top 100 billionaires, more than 65% are from business castes. I'm not being racist, I'm not pointing out anything, I'm just trying to say that this capacity of managing finance, managing the financial ecosystem prevails in those households. So there is a need to build up the capacity of budding entrepreneurs on this account. And that is where the banks, district administration, the courts, the taxation and legal advisory systems, the corporate affair people, they can play a significant role. And that is where I feel we need to take initiative without further delay. There should be dedicated time and endeavor to meet any government official in a week once or twice, where somebody who is a budding entrepreneur, he could be of any age, could just walk in and get their doubts cleared. Yes, things are available on Google and online, but the local issue, local authority is the highest authority. After all, the work has to be done there. In fact, I would go on to say that it should be made a KRA for all the district collectors and those stakeholders who are considered significant influencers in that domain. With that, I end my views. If there are any questions.
Thanks a lot, sir, for these insightful
I have one question.
Sir, please.
Sir, all of us are service holders. We have no risk of loss. But in business, when an entrepreneur faces loss, then he will be moralized and he is spoiled. His finance, his whole family is spoiled when he suffers a loss. So how will you advise him for risk management? How would you manage the risk of loss?
If I may answer this, as far as business risk is concerned, business risk management starts from the concept of that business, the business plan. In business, when you make a business plan, you look at various, after all, why are you into business? You are trying to get some return on your equity. You want to invest something and want to get returns on that. So you work out in the prevailing situations and you project situations in future, how will your business function, whether you will continue getting same returns or not. And that's where what I've just said, the government machinery, the regulatory systems, they can help in making those uncertainties more certain, more visible to the budding entrepreneur, right? And then the financial institutions. Financial institutions today, the Reserve Bank Governor's statement is there today that banks should not extend too much of loan to infrastructure sector. Please go in detail. The maximum defaulters are about a dozen companies, not the small and medium entrepreneur. His collateral may be there, which can be taken away. But what happens to Vijay Mallya? Right? So a small and medium entrepreneur certainly has defaulted much less than anybody else. So the banks and financial institutions should come in for the financial risk.